Welcome. Hi, my name is Natural Just for Me. I am divinely guided, chosen Starseed 777. And I've already have select the cards. Also, I always pray and I always give a light, whatever within me, and the ancestors will give me the information. So, regardless, it's my energy, is what I'm saying. Anything that I select or whatever I choose, the ancestors are angels that has been for my past of my family. They are always around my star seed. So anything I select is in order. So that's been selected, gifted. I have one. I always have a scripture somewhere. Some people are religious, some are not. I still use everything within me because I can. So I become as free, whatever I decide to do. So I have one here, Jeremiah 29:11. And it says here, as I know the plans, here it is. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord or Elohim, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future, meaning that it's already done. So if that has to do with hope and futures, plans, prosper, anything has been as good, meaning abundance, it's already done. Well, I have some other cards that I used yesterday. There's one there, and it says here, be strong, be fearless, be beautiful. Then I have another card here. It says here, what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. I have worthwhile. Life is not about being taught a lesson for getting something wrong. It's about having an experience that adds richness to your life. So I'm gonna repeat because I it's about having an experience that adds richness to your life. So that's a worthwhile. Worth, mean abundance, right? And while you're going through the experience, that's why it's very important to humble and have gratitude and grateful and thankful. Then I have one. It says you have to do the change. This has to do with to change and to transform to your life. It says forgive yourself and others. And this one says an angel number here is 155. And if you add it together, it'd be 5 and 5 is 10, right? And if you put that, that would have been 11. So it'll be 11. And we're in Scorpio, new moon, you know, and has a lot to do what I'm going to be speaking today. It says, meaning according to Kyle Gray, is that 155, you are a master of a manifestation, and your visions are become reality. And the 155 angel number means that if you take initiative, you will see positive changes. This means that you can manifest anything you want if you take the action. Whoa. bad. It is whoa. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on, collective? It seemed like, hey, High Priest, Scorpio, new beginnings. Can't touch me. Dun 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 dun. Can't touch me. Dun 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 dun. That's the hammer. Hammer. Yeah, hammer. We put me in the mix. I think that's it. It's been a long time. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? So, um, that seemed like, hey, it's already done. That means somebody has, when I say a death, Scorpio has to do with death. Death has to do with a lot of stuff. And it has to do with Egypt. And like Egypt, it has a whole lot of a star system as a time, right? And it's physical plane, right? Things that's already had manifested in past, I say relationships, family, traditions, in the star system, Lemurian, and the Pleiades. All of this is like the Buddha. All this time, it's just a lot, right? Within, right? It's been a long time. So we give reference for all gods. We reference lords, people bestowed before us that gave you a staff to give you the wand to give to your younger to be able to speak. We be very referenced and thankful. So with this Scorpio, with this high priest, intuition, and her death, is she always? It's like she always dying things, and it's something that's as another person that be able to let things go, forgive, and let it go, and she becoming her spiritual in her realm and whatever's around. It's easy to die. You know what? If you ever die, you don't really die. You die for things that does not serve you. What that means that you be able to transform to another. You let it go. And when you let it go, you become as a new person. So death is the beginning, right? It's number 9. And when you're in a feminine has a 9 in there as well. We talk about the moon. And with the new moon in Scorpio moon, it is a lot of things of shadow work that comes in between as a light. And you use both. That's why I say, at a point in time, I had been in the scriptures and reading for a long time. And upon a time, I knew, even if you already used on the video, it had to do with that void. And void is something that was already playing. That's like a woman that is in birth pains. Could be going into birth pain, or another way of a phase of a baby that's been in different 9 months within a baby. She was birthing ideas, and with that birthing, it takes 9 months in order to have a complete baby that's been formed, right? And I have had 4 natural births, and I never had been cut or anything. And each one was totally different. I had one, my first child that I was born as my child when I had a whole natural birth. And that when I had her, it was the flood that came in '93. Never forget it. And the other ones is my boys, and they all was different. Everybody was different, and no one was not the same. Neither one. Meaning that the processing, being pregnant with 9 months with each one of my child, it was something. But as getting the information about void is the beginning. That's what started everything. We go through the Naval and the travel and the trials and tribulation with that 9 months with that child being birthed, and want to make sure that everything is fine and the baby's gonna be good. That's the only thing we as a woman that go through those type of trials being pregnant. You want to make sure the baby is going to be perfect. And sometimes everything's not perfect. Not the way that the world will say it is perfect because the Most High said it's perfect. Everybody else got something to say. But everything he made was beautiful and everything was perfect. So everything he did was good. Now, how we do things is totally different. We do the best we can sometimes. Sometimes we put more fire on that butt to make sure that you get to understand that some things you need to burn things and and become as clean. You want to make it clean. Uh, so anyway, I have these cards here, and the first one was it has the and come back to your star ancestors. I'm telling you, it's all on point. It says here, star ancestor is a hidden secrets. Oh yeah, lost wisdom. Look at a little deeper. I'm gonna say this again. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Now we in Scorpio. That's the deep. Baby, you know, you get so deep. That Scorpio gets so deep, it gets so muddy. It's like the swamp. It's like quicksand. You get so deep, and you're going to be able to get back up. You're going to go all that deep trying to figure out what's going on with you. So this is telling you, the ancestors trying to tell you something. And then guess what they have to do? In religion, I don't like that type of stuff, but hey, it said the witch be the light. I don't understand. Sometimes with religious, it be something for you, right? But then you hear one word, like I say, everything we say makes something more than what it really is. Because which is a choice. It's WHICH. And then anything which that you have that it was already in the Bible. It's a choice of a light. You have light and dark within you. You came through dark. And you become as light. So you have a choice. Meaning you have a positive and negative. Your negative ain't always negative. It's just to let you know that, hey, it can be. It's a choice. When I say it can be, that means choice. You have or. Or means a choice. Or also ORE. Or is something that is a big old something is a part of a element. A long time ago, we used to have or these you know, they have those steel beds, and it was something that was an element that was in the ground. But some they don't tell us about some of our ancestors a long time ago. The reason why they had those beds is protect your bed so you don't have no problems from your different type of negative what they call spirits that won't come against you, around you, to protect you around your bed. They don't even tell you that no more. Everybody's like scared to even open their mouth of what was protecting. The reason why our ancestors was doing certain things a long time ago. Those are protecting for different type negative forces around you. Sometimes you go find some of these houses, they got them iron beds. Yeah, worry about a lot of stuff about your bed. See, they don't tell you that. But that's some of your ancestors, the ones that knew that, kept them iron ore beds for reasons. When we talk about a witch, you have a good light. It's good light and another light that is a negative light. But at the point of it, you could have an angel that is an angel that is dark, an angel of light. But they angel. They mean they have somebody that's doing of an angel that has to do a part. That means that the Most High already selected who you are, and you might not know who you are. Sometimes you always second guess something that you already know. You just basically, some of our people come from trauma, and when we in that trauma bond, either you was trauma bond before you even came out of a womb, or you was a child, teenager. It could be to the point that your high school, your neighborhood, your family, friends, co-worker, friends around. And somebody seeing your light, their purpose was to trauma bond you so you can't be out. They seen your light. And somebody seen your light. And what a light does to another person. Another person can know your light too, in the dark. What they do, that cause problems for them to be intimidated about your light. That somebody can see that you're going to be somebody. And they trauma or to come against your light to bond in trauma so you aren't able to be out here in this world. And it's a lot of negative maturity of narcissistic ways of negative of a dark because they can. It says no weapon form, no weapon. Weapon has to do with fighting or war. But they do form. But that means if they take the time to put energy to stop you, and guess what? They can't touch you. If you allow it, or you say, I'm going to stand on this and everything that comes against me, bounce back to them. If you allow another energy or even yourself to be negative to stop your own gift. Because like I say, when we talking about trauma, these are past lives. I think I did some videos I was talking about past lives, but I didn't even give the information. Because sometimes I just be going. But most of these south nodes that I say in astrology by me reading, that has to do with past life. And it's some things you go through, but doesn't mean that it can stop you if you allow it. These trauma bonds from different people in your family that you're connected with. And we on that deep. That's that deep. So that's what we're going to be talking about, some deep stuff that people don't like to talk about this. Like I said about witches. Witches is the same thing as the Wizard of Oz. It's a person that is a medium. You know, a medium is a person that talk, that do anything to do with drama, film, anything, talk, speak. Because it is the same. But the only way what makes it bad is people that are fear. Fear likes stuff. Fear is an itchy person that like to hear that stuff, keeping stuff going. A person can be ugly, and some people can be great. You know what I'm saying? It's a choice that you make. So when you come in as witches, you got light and dark within your own self. You have a choice. And religions is they like scary cats, like the scary cat thing. Oh no, the witch. I'm like, dang, if you come and find out the witch is the person on a broom, and then all of a sudden you put some water on them, they're gonna die. And then the other one is like, well, if you have a witch, you put them on a stick and you gonna burn them up. I mean, come on, somebody. Which one is it? Or both? Your choice. Don't allow other people to give you their thoughts and put on you. That's somebody's projecting on you. You have a choice. That's about being free. When I'm talking about anything I be talking or to give out to the collective is about your choices and be free whoever you would like to be. It's your choice. Don't allow somebody else to say this is who you are. Well, who is them? And who are they? And what they got to say? Only thing, your job is to uplift people and to be as a good person, as a character, and to lift up all these fear mongers and things, the adversary that's being putting on your life and trauma bonds. And don't allow other people from your past lives to stop you of your new beginning. That's only what I'm going to be talking about. And I'm going to talk about a lot of things, that stuff that people ain't going to like. Let me just talk about some of these people and these people that are speaking right now. There's some people that are uplift and give out information, just like I'm doing. The person that talk to advise to each everybody that we're a collective. It's people that use your gifts before you say something. You can have a thought. I'm talking about this 3D and the 5D and all this stuff. These people, adversary, negativity, they'll see. These people ain't always negative. They just see, just like you. They listen what you say, and they'll use your gifts and get to other things. We all come together, to be honest with you. But I'm just saying, people will use your gifts before you even do your plans. Because if you ain't using, somebody gonna use it for you. And they'll do it and make behind the scenes and to use what you say, how you feel, and they'll go ahead and make money behind. You haven't even made yours yet. But what we supposed to do? We supposed to like always be depressed about other people. Then you will never go nowhere if you're gonna worry about everybody else. So your job is to go forward and focus and uplift yourself and forgive other people when they do negative toward you or try to put projecting on you. Even have to do with your gifts. Even trying to put you as in you know how a person can spiritually be trying to put you in a spiritual jail, to put you in the federal, being that they supposed to be so spiritual, but then they got it at the same time. But they'll end up put you in a spiritual as a jail and put you in something that you don't even know what's going on. That's how I'm saying behind how people can project, cast out, and put things ahead to try to stop you, your gifts that been made and manifested from a long time ago. And that's why I say nobody don't so anybody may come against you by forming something. Doesn't mean it's gonna form. You have a choice, just like in a dream. And I know I'm giving a lot of information, but anything subconscious and conscious. And one time I watch a lot of things, and what brings to me, it was a video, and it has to do with Moribus, I believe Moribus. And he's a dreamer. He's one of these guys that can make anything in this limerence or Leviathans or whatever you want to call it. Leviathans. It's a game puzzle, whatever. But in this, he was a god, so he was the one that was be able to make sure your dream's gonna be good or bad. It could be your nightmare, good, whatever. But one time, one person, it was like something very that I was detailed, and it was something. Your dream is make it for whatever you would like. Your dream don't have to be a nightmare. But if you already scared, feared, and put the energy before when you dream, because some people have dream catchers. I have them at part of my time, at my time that I was younger, and I stopped, and everything that it seemed like the whole world was everything was so negative. I had to figure out. I have to figure out for myself what's good for me, right? But that was because somebody was projecting on me that I allowed them instead of being whatever I felt. So when you release things and other people that's put in your life, even if your parents did the best they could, but at a point in time, are you gonna be just like them after you have kids and you know some things they was good, bad, or not? It's your choice. You decide. And I decided I had to let stuff go. Because what was good for me wasn't going good for everybody. It was good for the goose or the gander. I had to choose. And this today, I have been through everything religious that I could say. I have been through every church that I have been in. And you see that breath, I had to let go. And I was going to be the best version that I could be. And I am a type of person that I did the best I could. Some things I couldn't hold because it wasn't for me. And that's why I had to release things. Everything ain't for you. And everybody ain't going to love you. Do the best. Love the best you know how to love. Right? We all don't have it. We do the best we can. So... now let's get on this story ancestors from your angels and your star seeds. There's been plans on you that you didn't know or didn't even know. They had already gave you a plan and ahead what you was gonna be, and you have to be thankful and humble and gratitude that they love you enough to know that you had everything within to do anything. So I already had done about the witch is also is a high priest too. Number two is intuition, And also is 9 and 11. 9 and 2 is, which is a page, is 92. 9 plus 2 is 11. It's a justice. A justice is a person that has been stabbed. I mean, this is a person that is on the court. On the court. I mean, she's justice up on here and just talking about whatever she wants to because somebody put her in that position. And justice, that's a double sword. Yes, knowledge. That able to do whatever she want. And she is death and rebirth. And that means that what comes around becomes a beginning. Mean it die don't mean it just die. It means transform to something. Right? And now, with this card has a star and it has an owl. Look at her. She's Earth. She's Earth, right? And she has a butterfly. Let's see what else on this card. An owl can turn all the way around 360. And that is her totem. So wherever she is an owl is around. It says, be the light. And then I'm going to read what it has to say. I was on there earlier about this, and then we're going to talk about that. It says, take the higher road. That means higher. You could be 5 dimensions. Keep going up. And choose the light. Remove yourself from the lower energy experience. We're not talking about lower energy. That's the negative that I had already said. Trauma bonding. The south node. Stay in the light. Stay in the north. That means things that came and formed. Doesn't mean that it has to stay. You have choices in your low energy experiences. And family, relationship, Gemini, lovers. You know, people, your friends, boyfriends, or people were supposed to be marriages that didn't work, past lives from other life that you didn't know until come back in fruition to this time, and then a person didn't too much was good. They didn't like you at a point of time, and they come in this time. They have a purpose and plan to do something new, and you then went on, you know, and they're trying to figure it out how I can get you in a position that I did a long time ago. But I said, can't be touched. You're already protected. Yes, sir. They have their own plans. But if they, only way they can touch you if they get on higher, 5D, on up there. Unless sometimes people want to in a stanky lower energy and dimensions to keep in a certain. They use their work in their other darkness and their shadow work, and they've done it for so long. And sometimes a person can keep doing the same thing and repeat over and over again. And they are constantly circling. That means a person keeps circling. They have not done the work. They're still spinning until they get tired. You know, one thing about a person is so dang angry. And they just pissed off and they not thinking. They only looking in they lower chakra and they sacral portal, whatever they do. And they've been doing over and over again, and it's still not working away, but they can do other people to use the same gift for other people. So they want to keep in there. That's feeling them good, right? But they didn't go certain people, and they don't work for this or that person, but it work for other people, and they'll stay in there. And after it don't work, they go to somebody else. And their job is already been or has been already the purpose and has been passed to do their angel, you know, in dark, doing what they supposed to, just like the angel of light. A light know a dark and a dark know a light. Their purpose is. they can form if you allow it. Now this says this wish represents as a maiden. You know, it's a maid. A person has been a worker to help for someone else up under a royalty, right? It's an aspect of a triple goddess of a paganism, a modern. Modern is a time that we went from modern. Now we're in other 5D dimension that has been in the matrix of the reality universe, but still in the physical plane. You know, I go too deep, and I don't go that deep. But Wicca, you know, and the maiden is a gentle, innocent, and pure aspect of a goddess. And I think I did a card that has to do with void. Void had to do with pure and light, as dark as it. That's what started at the beginning. I see a butterfly. It's orange. As on my flowers outside, it means somebody transformed to something else. A loving soul who wants nothing but the best of the whole earth. And I like the card. It is green. She has green over her. She used the green leaves over her hair, and her hair is white and it's blonde. You know, at a point in time, if I talk about the Palladian and Lemurian, most of them, their hair become white. Enlightenment, and I was young, it was wisdom. I've always had it in my hair, and as a time I was a hairstylist, and I always like to do hair, you know, do different type of designs and stuff. I did a lot of relaxers, and I stopped relaxing. They started hurting my skin, and as I kept doing hair in different styles and different things on my head and doing with hair and wigs and make I've done it all. At a point in time, my hair, I started getting, I always had these little pieces in my hair, and I always thought, you know, a long time ago, the kids said, oh, she got grease in her hair. Well, I always had look like tinsel in my head, and then later on it becomes something else, and I say, woo. And it got like, okay, I kept seeing this white and this silver, and then later on it come boom, and I said, I'm gonna stop dyeing my hair. Now my hair is silver, and I have a little dark, but it's mostly is that I'm almost 50, so honey, I'm just saying that's your wisdom. But anybody else, well, she a witch because I heard, and they're like, why don't you dye it? Why? I do whatever I want to do because I can. Anyway, but it says here is she is joined by a horn born out, showing that she is willing to respect and she has wisdom and experience, and that she's willing to trust, and whatever she feels is right within. And the card being is reminded is the goddess within. It says no matter what is happening to you or around you, you have a choice. See, I've already don't really read it, but it's just telling you have a choice. It is it have a beakering energy. It could be like something around that is trying to limit you. Like I said, a trauma bond or people around. If you're surrounded by people who has a hostile towards you, or someone else is intimidated, you know, and it says right here, negative situation, perhaps a workplace. You are being invited to be in the light. You are up in the. It says right here, you're an incredible person. Really bring the light. And it says, how can change your energy? How can you redirect your conversation of love? How you protect yourself? Um, Sometimes a person is being picked on you. Could it be the past life of trauma bonding? and it says who is the guilty, and who is guilty about your past, or is it you guilty of past of your dream state of a drama? You have the answers. You know, you already know, and being encouraged and to shine your light, and you were born to share and to give ideas and give to other people. What I say about this, your Starseed ancestors has already had manifested, and we have here, we have nothing but Egypt on here. Yes, sir. It's talking about hidden secrets, lost in wisdom. You don't have to be lost. I think I had a card earlier about lost land. What lost, it has to do with low. It has to do with the saint. And a low and a saint, that means you're low being saints. Sometimes your lower energy can be your traditions. Everything in tradition doesn't mean it's always positive, negative. It's just you choose the day that you choices of your tradition that made you a good person. You have a choice. Being that the witch and a good witch and a bad witch within it, because honey, I'm good one minute, my kids pissed me off, and baby, she was bad in a minute. And you have to forgive me and go back up. Because that's what we do. We make mistakes. We always trying to be better than everybody else. We all the same, you know. However you would like. Choose this day. Because I choose light. And choose for me is my peace. My peace is everything. Because all money ain't good money for me. Because money is the root of evil. Because it come where it started from the root in the first place. With the trees. It's more than one tree that was started anyway. Let's hey, because I can get back in there. But you know, like I say, there'll be another time with that. Because, honey, some people just don't want to know. Either you don't want to know the information that's been bestowed on you, has been plans for you, everything that was made for you. He already knew. And I'll go back on Jeremiah 20:11. And the show right here. 2 and 9 is 11. 29 is 11. But 11. I'm on point. Always on point. That's 11. It says, "For I know the plans I have you, declares the Elohim, O Lord," or whoever was over you, whoever had a head. It could be this would be your grands, great greats. You know, they could be already declared. That means somebody separation of clarity, that separated of something. As I said, didn't they know your life? And it was something that plans to prosper you and not to harm you, but to make you better and make you greater. And it says right here, I give you hope and future. That means giving you light, abundance, a good future that's already been planned for you. And sometimes when he's already given you something, you just have to release and let everything go. Because he already planned for you. You know how we always trying to put ourselves in a position that's already been manifested before in a destiny long time ago? You become destined. And that is infinity. And we always trying to fight. Sometimes we fight against each other, and also fight within yourself, because sometimes you don't always know the answer, and that fear monger within yourself is something called trauma bonds of experience of past to come into your new beginning. It's deep, man, very deep. You be referenced from your ancestors. I reference them. That's why I say I don't have time with all that other stuff being stuck. I got time being stuck. That's already was for tradition stuff. I'm trying to pull things of light that I need to bring up into this time to give out to the collective. You're not by yourself. We have another one in here because I can go, honey. We can talk. I can talk. It says breath of the cosmos. Breath. Breath has to do with ha. Breathe. Breathe in that. Let me quit because I like them too. I ain't gonna say I really like him. For years, 2014, really. That's how long I watched him. He says that breath has to do with that prana. Teach his own. That's my beast. Breathe of the cosmos. My will to thy will. It's micromanaging the universal. I'm gonna say that micromanaging the universe. And it says, my will to thy will. That's two. That's like double. That means, hey, he's signed and delivered. That means deeds and will. That means you two. Two means intuition. Two means high priest and the tarot card. Intuition of wisdom. And it says, my will. It has, like I said, Jeremiah 29:11. 29:11 is the portal. And micromanage the universe. You gonna do what you're supposed to do. You may end up getting in trouble, but you gonna do his will. Oh, go ahead. I didn't know that was in this code. There it is, right there. It says, wait. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. Now, I was on here. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm already starting. I was like, okay, how am I going to teach? I'm going to teach that. No, I'm just saying. Because the wait has something to do. That void. That means you was already birthing. This is a time of fall. And when fall goes down. You know, it goes down. But then you have more hours in the shadow, in the dark, right? But this is a time when you get your plans and your ideas, whatever you would like to do. And sometimes you already, it's just, it don't always have to be in your career. It could be in something in your love relationship. It was already woven. Woven is like the matrix. It's the matrix in the universe. It was already destined and already infinity already. So some things, when you worry about something because you don't know what's going to happen and you become fear because you knew something going on but you don't know how it's going to play, we always be in front. And we're the one fighting against our own self because you got to know every damn thing. Excuse me. You ain't got to know every damn thing. Everything is just raise your hands up and receive everything he want to give to you. And that is open-minded and your hands is open. When you close it up, you could have everything in the world want to give you something, but you're going to come against your own dang on self because you're so busy trying to fight because you want to be in order how things is going to play. Now, I said about prime. I think there was another video that had something with prime and semi. Prime is the top, these are the arcs. These are arcs. These are real high arcs. And with the star system and the constellation and the star seeds and your ancestors all together, they sitting here looking at, they just looking at you. She gonna do it anyway. She don't know what you want to do. And sometimes you're like, are you tired of whooping your own self? And when everything is already done. And when you raise your hands up and you are open. Like when I pray, I don't pray. I used to pray like that open. Now I pray my hands open. You know, I'm receiving. You know, sometimes you can be closed-minded and you ain't be able to receive. Open your hands up. Open your heart. Because when you open your heart, it ain't even crossed you're over your heart anymore. It's you just open minded. Your heart is open. Be able to receive everything. Whatever's for you is for you. Now, so breath has to do with breath. Breath is breathe the prana, breathe the prana, breathe all everything, and breathe and receive, and your oxygen from your head on up, circulation, everything of the cosmos, and wait. My will though. And the other one say, not yet time. Things are being woven. Meaning something's going on in behind the scenes, behind the hidden secrets. Right? It was hidden. Lost. But we'll find. Like I was saying, something you lose something, but it'll come back in the remembering that was lost. Gotta look a little deeper in it. So, I ain't gonna go too much because I can go, honey. So, breath and wait. I had one before that. I guess I had to do with that. I'm going too fast here. We're going to do on in here. We're going to do this medicine mother. All this together. And anyway, it says honor your inner knowing. You already know. One thing about mama, the mama gonna know. You know, a mother, she gonna already do what she's supposed to do when she had that baby. Now, when she become as a person that's pregnant, she gonna be so scared, don't know what to do. She gonna like, oh, I'm gonna need this, I'm gonna need that, I'm gonna need that. And I remember when I had my first child, my mother was there at that time. And then after that, I think the last one, and I had a boy. And all that time, all of a sudden, I forgot. Not really. After that, it was just like smooth. It's just smooth operated. It was just smooth. I already knew what to do, everything. But it was so many years since I had another baby. Everybody's like, you had a baby. I'm saying he's in high school. I'm like, girl. Everybody like, are you serious? Yes. 2007. It woke myself, woke everybody else too. It's like, girl, I couldn't believe it. Yeah. I had a baby in 2007. So, let's see. Breath of the cosmos. That's somebody breathing, loving, bringing you some oxygen that you need. And number 42. 4 in the tarot would be emperor. 2 would be high priest. And 4 and 2 is 6. 6 would be in the lovers, right? In the tarot card. And 6 would have to do with the Venus planet. Also has love and relationship communication. Alright, all together. So, it says here, I'm sure I'm right. Oh, yeah, okay. It says, when we rely on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. Didn't I say? Cause I ain't read this now. It's letting me know. You stop your own stuff. Of the flow. And it says here, we're not trusting the mystery breath of life, but we are rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on the personal strength. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend the things to our will, and we spread our own time, forcing and pushing and living from the space of trying to everywhere or everyone and around us can feel it. I can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel it. The Jackson. Baby. Baby, when I knew it was time, I felt the energy. You know, like in the band, they do it all the time. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? That's my stuff right there. It's the universe akin too. So, as feeling emotional, how you feel in this, well, from 3D and 5D, and the cosmos being more to lift up. How the most I said, I'm gonna lift you up. It's like the giraffe. A giraffe is a thing that long time ago they used giraffes for to tow and to bring things in travel, be able to come forward to lift up. And if you get on a giraffe, you're gonna have to try to get up there, right? In order to get up on the hump of the back. And that somebody can lift you up. And that's why I felt like the magnitude and pulling on the earth closer up to the star system, constellation. You lift up, and now everything been changed, but you don't know how to express it. But you know it's something that happened, right? So, let's see, and about micromanaging about you. And you and the universe, they're like, hey. Then he say, I already have the what was bestowed to you a long time ago. I already got plans for you. And like how we want to micromanage everything. And like you have to control and come against your own self because it was already made and manifested. And you stop your own show. You gotta let it go. About surrendering of great will of life. When you surrender to the great will of life, you become dance with the rest of life. You just dance. I dance all the time. And when you bow down to the great mystery of the great cosmic mother and say, please use me and please show me the way. Little by little, find yourself living your most feeling authentic life. When you surrender your personal will, it says relinquish control and release the way into things that should be and surrender into the greater will. You find yourself being led. You begin breathing the breath of life. It's tell you how Starseed is supposed to activation. And it says place the card. It tell you what you place on your heart or whatever you would like. Whisper and follow. I'm willing to stop and rely on my own strength and personal agenda and instead surrender to the breath of life. Dear the Most High, God, Lord, Ra, El, to help me, or Buddha, to help me move from my will to thy will. Please lead me and please show me the way. All praises. When you say Ashe, you open. Yeah, they here, man. It's amazing, isn't it? And it says Medicine Mother, honoring the inner knowing. Like I said, well, what about cosmic is mother of the Pleiadians and the Lemurians. And a long time ago, we have some Lemuria of an island. I always say the closest would be close to it would be Hawaii. And a long time ago, they don't tell you that, but if you go and read, you find out some of these places, as the whole world was a lot of land at a point in time, and a lot of stuff become more water. You know, stuff had rised up, and some of the land went down, and some of our land had rised up, and a lot of land was up under, lowered, and where the water is up under there, and that has to do with the Atlantis. I've read a lot of little things, but that's for me. You choose, your day. I just a lot of things that I do know. You know, sometimes people don't like that, but they can't touch you. Dun, 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 dun. They can't touch you. That's the hammer. Hammer is hammer. I am hammer. They they try to put me in a mix, but it don't work. But anyway, medicine mother. I have a page is 111. Hey, 111. Without 911, but this is the 111, and that is an angel there. Could be an angel number, and it is about that page is 111. It's to honor your inner knowing, your intuition. Scorpio, high priest. You already know it. Death and rebirth. You die, but you come back, multiply, and become as the beginning, and to have more things for you. And they got the plans over your head. Hey. I think I'm in a loop. Let's see. We live like I said. Sometimes you know, honey. It says take action. Do what you know you need to do. You already know. Let's see. Mother. Like I say, the Palladians is the cosmic mother. Earth mother. Lemurian. She is a mother. And always knows best. And they say it is true. We all know the material figure who's extremely intuitive and insightful, and a medicine mother inspired by the West African tribal women. Go through many ups and downs, but she has lived and she has lost. She knows what's like to suffer and want to give up. So the medicine is a card that is okay to make mistakes and wrong sometimes, and okay for things to come to an end. It's not the end of the world, it's just the end of one chapter of the beginning of something anew. The medicine mother reminds that even though you will have low and lows, you aren't here to suffer. You're here to be supported and support others. Let her give you loving encouragement and take the next step forward. And that's got to do with that new moon of Scorpio, of new beginnings. And that was the high priest. And I also had put on here about the fiscus as eclipse. So whenever in October when we was going through that eclipse, that has to do with that Pisces. And Pisces is the fish. And with the Pisces fish is also is deep water. But that's the high priest intuition of what happened in Libra, all them eclipse that was happening, and then become after that in Scorpio now, and that was already ahead, and everything's in order, you know. He's very everything he made it was great, and everything he waited, and sometimes if he waited, you have to wait just like him. Exactly. Um, let's see right here if I have anything. It says it's time to release, and you're being encouraged to love and respect yourself enough to take the steps to know you need to take more closer to where you would like to be. You already know the answers, and it's already giving you about you're guided to take action. And the guides are bringing you to encouragement and forward and take the steps. When you do, the next will be presented to you. So, all together, and which is the weight I was saying about the weight, and I'll kind of move kind of fast, but it's a reason though. Everything's in order. So, yeah, 1-8 has to do with 18. 118, you got 11, you got the Justice Scorpio, and you got 18. How you want to put an 8 is Leo is the same. Leo, also I see 18. 18 is the Scorpio, Pisces. Let's see. And it says, in our fast, loud, reactive, comparative, or comparative world, where an instant response is so often expected and at times even a currency, it can feel almost impossible to take a breath and let alone and give ourselves to space to rest and wait and reset. We so often to overdrive, expecting and stating us results over and over again. And when guidance doesn't come at these extreme speeds, it can feel as though something is going wrong. But often, not receiving guidance and guidance is itself when you're asking guidance and it don't receive it can often mean what is not yet time. Now, I'm looking at these cards here, and I'd already wrote some things in here, and it has something to do with. I had wrote something here, and it has to do with removing the energy, right? Remove low energy experience. It has to do with fatigue. Fatigue is feeling exhaustion, burnt out, and lack of energy. Physical and mental both. Conflict. Anyone could be your adults experience at some time in their life. It's called lethargy and refers to feelings of fatigue, lack of physical motivation, signs you already know. So I went through something. I don't always call everything a disease or something sick. Sometimes you go through stuff, you just need to be fired and burnt out. If you burnt out something, then it doesn't mean that you dying. It's because you dying of something, and it becomes something new later. That means you need some rest. You know. It says in details are being woven, meaning whatever's going on with you and the collective, that means whatever the details are being woven. That somebody is creating a person that is a person that do anything could be woven. You know, it's a challenging as trusting the surface and appearing that's nothing is. It's like on the surface it appears that nothing is happening, but to remember that no matter how long or bitter or it says bitter or writer. No, it says bitter in the winter. Spring does always come. To remember that you do not need to solve all the world's problems in a single day. It perhaps that be better is solved with something perspective and a good night's sleep. And giving you permission to slip and slow down. Switch off, rest, and reminding how patient is the trust of the mystery of life. And the trust things are being woven on your behalf. It may not be happening to timeline you would like, but if you gather the patience and orchestrated better than you can ever imagine. And it's telling you slow down, patient, and wait. See, that's one thing about a high priest and intuition and knowing. I see a yellow butterfly. I see an orange yellow butterfly and a yellow one. And the sun is out. One thing about high priest and knowing, you know, but it causes where you jittery or you know it, but you don't know it all. It ain't supposed to for you to know every damn thing. Damn has to do with the Lord anyway. But you know that it's already purpose. Jeremiah 29:11 gonna tell you that. Now, also, I'm gonna give some other information. I started with that the new beginning about the place for one of a kind of goods, just like Jeremiah 29:11. It has to do with buy, sell, and learn. As a creator too, how you create. I have natural just for me, and I started in 2020, right? And I stopped. I used to work just like everybody else, and I had an ideal in 2019. And my daughter wanted me to do soap, and I was like, I was gonna do shea butter. I like shea butter. And at a point in time, I was like, I didn't want to deal with no fire, to none of that. I didn't want to do it, the cold process. But I started doing all kinds of things, and I've read and look on YouTube and all kinds of stuff. I have books and everything else, but I wanted to find something for myself. And it was cries. Oh, it was some cries, lows and oh man, up and downs, things I couldn't fix or whatever. I started finding things that I like, and then I made it, and I started selling it. I started selling in a community. I wasn't over on with the store. Then later on, I did Shopify. Shopify was one of the hardest Shopify platform that I could say, but I did. But then I left it alone, and I couldn't because it was very expensive to do all that. I'm like, man, no. So I went to Big Cartel. That's where I'm at now. But before I was already selling my products. Before I was on a platform, I was selling my community because honey, that's what I was doing. That made me that I was able to do anything. It's different as in community than you just going on platforms. It's like now you got to put everybody in all your business and how are you doing behind the scenes. Everybody got to know you in order to buy anything online. So I've been doing that a long time. So it's the same. Well, what I'm doing now, I've been doing this for a while. I was always like a child, and as a child, like I say, sometimes you get them trauma bonds in your family, friends, and community, and family and cousins and people you're around. You already had light, and they knew you was light. They even made to the point they was trying to stop your destiny or whatever it was gonna be. If you allow anybody in your family, because you love them, you love them, you love them. I'm saying if you don't get along with them, shoot, what it say? Cut ties, cut ties, cut ties, cut ties, cut ties. He from Memphis. I say cut ties. Hey, ain't for you, babe. Ain't for you. Somebody love you. Anyway, I got some numbers in here. Angel numbers here. I got 10, 10, 7, 10, 2023, 633, 710, 714, 944, 10, 5, 5, and 11 to 23. Again, 1033. Your missions. Anyway, it's about yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. No matter what other people say, love yourself. Latasha on there. I think I got K Michelle on here, some Clairaudience on here. I think I got Latasha, love yourself, K Michelle. When they do that or something like that. I think, and I got Lady Harmony. I love her. She is new artist, but she been here a while, and I couldn't understand, but I knew later on. But yeah, I watched her years ago. She's good too. I like her too. Um, let's see anything else in here. Let's say about the wisdom about Moon Scorpio. It's a little deeper. High Priest, Death and Rebirth. Great transformation and receptive. Wisdom and reflective, emotional, sensitive and loyal, but have intense emotional needs. She's water and deep, and she has psychological and spiritual dimensions of life. Give the impression of being of a perceptive, powerful, and transformational characteristics of trace stars and mysterious aura and passionate. And that's what she is. And the high priest is, like I said, same thing, trans everything I'm saying, everything over and over again. Keep forward. Optimism, right opportunities will come to your way to the right time. Yep. Yeah. Oh, another Clairaudience. Alicia Myers, I want to thank you. 62. 62 has to do with doors, emperor, and also is 10. You know, 10 and 10 is 20. So, anything else here? I have, oh, this card came again. You got the love, Hadarian energy and codependence and boundaries. So that has to do with that. I'm talking about that trauma bond. Trauma bonds. And the South know trauma bond, past lives, as a child, teenager, marriages, people you're around, could be in your workplace. You, honey, baby, let me talk all day about that. Let me tell you about your light and your dark light, honey. Let me tell you about your family too. Girl, I'm telling you, people don't like your light. A light, no dark. I say you gonna know your dark before you see another dark of a other. You know your own self was not good, negative in your own life with your body. You know what I'm saying? You can't give out information and don't know about your own self. You know, sometimes it's clear your own self be able to give something out to collect to the this physical plane. You have to open yourself and be open. You can't just be so closed minded. You know, a person is so closed, then that's a person that is feared for every damn thing. And if you gonna watch somebody like that, then you gonna be feared and scared for everything. So you ain't gonna be able to go nowhere. Stay with people around there negative and always talking about uh, karmic stuff all the time. Energy of that energy K. Energy K is very strong energy. If you gonna watch karmic negative all day, your whole life ain't nothing good gonna come to you. You stay in that all the time, you just gonna be dark all the time. Sometimes it's like, hey, I used to be like that, but I'm not that no more. I learned my lessons. It has to do with immaturity too. I'm not saying that karmic and what we do in our life that we shouldn't always energy on. I'm just saying that's all you're gonna talk about. You ain't got much to be talking about because it's negative. It ain't gonna bring nothing as to uplift nothing. I mean, we know about what the works we've done, but it's all we gonna talk about drama all day. I mean, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing but look for drama all the time. You have to find a way to lift yourself out of some of the comfort zones that you didn't put in your life. You have to go up a little higher. All right, it says forge, don't follow. I told you, don't follow. I'm telling you. I say it right here. It says forge, don't follow. And it says pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. It says the myriad. I don't say Miriam, but it's a mirror of guardian. Take time to reflect. That's your mirror and a guardian. Somebody on the other side. Take time to reflect. Reflect of with you, yourself. When you go look in that mirror, that's you. You know, look at yourself. Not worry about what other people do. You worry about yourself. What reflect with that mirror. At the day, you looking at you. It's all about you anyway. Whatever you go, when you get up in the morning, you go in and brush your teeth and wash your face. It's you. Where you go somewhere, if you put on some clothes on, it's you. You decide to put something on your face. You see if it's big or not. Oh, girl, I need to do something. Oh, I got some hair, babe. I got the pluck, girl. I need to get that mustache. That mustache don't look right. Oh my god, I gotta dye my gray. If you decide, it's your choice. Look at yourself before you give out here and give out to anybody in this collective or to give out, communicate. I say be open. I mean, some work for me may not work for you. So let's see. Let's see. I think everything is all together. Really, I'd be so thankful and humble, and that everything is collected and connected and able to be um, to give out and giving out unconditional love and not to harm other people. Let a person be who they want to be. Stop trying to stop other people because you see their life, but you don't imitate it, and you upset about somebody else's gifts. I'll tell you about that. That's 14. I'm going here and get balance on here. Because they can't do nothing. Lay them on 3D. Let them watch. Maybe they can learn something. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't learned nothing if they going to keep using everything you got. And you better do something because somebody going to use your stuff. I told my daughter today, she was talking about somebody. Why? Let me tell you, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Mm-hmm. I put some frankincense and myrrh. You know, when you in here, you sometimes when your stomach start turning and stuff, and somebody around shouldn't be, and turn around your stomach. You know that stomach is gonna let you know what's really going on. Somebody getting pissed off, your stomach start turning. I don't like what you got to say. Well, they ain't got to be around. Like peace. Get the moving. All right, so it says, if you wait until the path is perfect, paved, you won't be forging your own path, and you likely not even take the first steps. Don't let a small detail like being unable to find someone to show you the way be the reason that you don't step forward and lead. Let it be the reason that you do. The most courageous and needed leaders are the ones who don't wait for permission or until the morning to wake up feeling ready. Take it says to take a deep breath. Put your foot in front of the other and figure it out as they go. You know, like I'm saying, when you put the foot in front of your another and you figure it's out as they go. That means anything is going the way it's supposed to. You know, they don't wait for someone to lead them. They lead themselves. So it's giving you as a leader. A leader is too, as a high priest as well. A leader is a person is like I bring the leader would be the Aries, right? That's the Aries. Aries, which is the head of a man, right? That's a person, a leader. That's fire. And with fire is fire. Fire. And to me it's 369. So if we're gonna talk about that, fire is Aries, Leo, and is that Sagittarius? I think so. I think I'm right. So, um, it's talking about you. It's like if you're here to pave a path, it hasn't been it's been walked before. To go first and lead the way of others and who are calling. You're in. If you feel I said misrepresented in the media, step forward for all those who also feel um, misrespect. Basically, is another person is misrepresenting. All right. Speak out in topics and feel passionate about. Share your unique voice. There's no one earth who comes close to pro, um, possessing your unique combination of skills and gifts and like experience. Don't look to those who have come before you to work out the path. Leaders must forge their own. Do it for your daughter. Do it for your daughter. Do it for your younger you. Do it for leaders who follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. How can you be the leader you wish you had? Wow. Like I say, love yourself. That's right. Mirror has to do justice in 13. 11, 13 is the page. 13 is a tarot card, is death or rebirth. Death is the beginning. All right. Justice. Justice has to do with the double sword. You know. It's time to reflect. Take some time to reflect of your strength and challenge and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. Angels accept you just the way you are, even when you are going through a challenging time. They still hold you with the highest esteem. The mirror guardian is a female angel looking into a mirror life. It invites you to witness the spiritual strength and beauty. So to see yourself, to the angels do. The mirror represents the fact of a core beliefs and ideas, in fact, that reflected back to you by the world. Your life is a mirror of how you feel within. The mirror guardian helps you recognize that. When this card appears, you are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. It says you are a beautiful being, surrounding, so challenging and expanding of so many ways. Your angels are guiding you to inventory. It's like an inventory of your life, and take the time of note all of your recent experience and the challenge and surrounding strength that you develop in of lessons you've learned. And your angels want you to reflect the strength in particular those aspects of yourself that you can feel not being acknowledged by others. Often your self approval where is due, and know what you give yourself and credit others will be able to as well. And also, I was on the aspects of earlier, and I wrote some things that has to do with this Scorpio moon. And it says right here, I put on here, it says, some of you guidance highlight and shadow aspects too of self. And it has this sacred guide. It's your intuition and your expression of a boaster, your own unique conversation with cards. See, like I say, everything is all together. And something about those clairaudience, it reads for me. For anybody else of the collective, what I give out is for things of learns and things I've learned and lessons and that I have been around, surrounded, and been to. The girl just ain't been just all light. She was going through just like everybody else. But with it, you become as something else because you done been through something. It didn't stop nothing. It made a new beginning, start things, let things go. I mean, I'm not married, okay? And I've been in a particular where I should have been, but like I said, common law. But I've been through that. It's a lot of work. But if you want to go through the process, it's work with it. Everything you do is gonna have some work with it. I'm just saying. Everything ain't what you think. You gotta go through it. Let's see anything else. I think of symbolism I have here. Do not be afraid of beginning anew instead of getting stuck in one place without progress. Take a bold step and start afresh. Fall in love with your journey, and you will forever be grateful instead of focusing on regrets and blames. Angel number 52. It's the celestial king through number is 52 tells you that you came in the universe to learn, evolve, and progress further. Therefore, don't cower in fear when things go out of the way. Instead of remain proud of where you are, and don't give up until you arrive at your fullest potential. Sounds all in order. Well, collective, giving out information, be strong, be fearless, be beautiful, and what lies behind us. What lies? Lies and lies. It could be these little particles, little dust to be around. Don't stop nothing. You know, you have to make the change. You have to forgive yourself and others, and you're manifesting, and what your vision, whatever become reality, it's what you implies. Whatever you would like, take the action. Love and blessing. Forgive yourself, forgive others, and let it go. One thing about Scorpio, Moon, High Priest, and Pisces, it's always going to be illuminating. Whatever's deep, don't always stay in deep, because she can bring it all the way down there and bring it to the light. Because she can go down there and everybody can't go that deep. But them High Priests and Pisces, baby, they go all the way down and they going to bring it all the way up. It's like the root. I mean, the root is on in the physical plane, but with her, she go all the way down, and Atlantis come all the way down to the sea flow. She bring it all the way back and bring it to the physical plane, because she can, because she's already has been articulated. It's an art. It's been mated, has been connected from past lives to bring into all of this physical plane. And ain't nothing you can do with that, because it's been already done. Destined. Love yourself and love others. Forgiving and start your new. Have a wonderful day.